This plastic surgeon discovered why you are stuck in life, and we will see how going crazy will get you unstuck. Ever felt like you did everything you were supposed to? You read the books, tried the hacks, pushed yourself when things got hard, but somehow you still find yourself stuck in the same place. Why is that? In order to answer that, we need to go back in the history to the 1930s. An American surgeon noticed something odd in many of his patients. People would go through significant changes in their character and behavior after plastic surgery. For example, a young man who was known as a stupid person became a bright person and later became an executive. A salesman who lost faith in himself became a model of self-confidence. And a criminal who had never shown any desire to change transformed into a model prisoner, received a parole, and became a responsible citizen. He mentioned that such changes usually happen within the first 21 days after their surgery. However, he also noticed that there were people who didn't change at all and remained stuck in their old lives. Interestingly, many of those people say that they didn't see much difference in their faces, despite the fact that in some cases, others would say they could barely recognize them after surgery. Realized that people have a self-image, which is a mental image in their minds that tells them who they are. His name was Dr. Maxwell Maltz, and he also wrote a book around the same concept called Psycho-Cybernetics. In this video, I try to convince you that in order to change, you need to change your self-image. And in order to change your self-image, you need to go crazy in the right direction. In the end, I will also share a technique that will help you to go crazy and channel your madness to the right direction. But for now, the craziest thing you can do is to kindly hit the subscribe button. So, this is how the self-image works. Whenever people try to change themselves, their minds often respond with no, this is not who you are. Sometimes in very subtle ways. For example, when a person who is perceived as stupid tries to be a smart person, or a criminal tries to be a good citizen, their minds go, this is not you, stop. This happens to most people. Everyone has that self-image. For instance, the shy person who can't be outgoing, no matter how many times they try to change. The procrastinator who wants to be hardworking but just can't, regardless of how many self-help books they read. And the poor person who can't make money, no matter how many methods they know or how many business ideas they try. I'm sure if you think about it, there is at least one thing in your life that you can't change. No matter what you do, you're still stuck with it. This is the reason. Your self-image is controlling your subconscious mind. Studies in psychology and neuroscience suggest that our subconscious mind controls about 95% of our decisions. So if it works against you, you really don't stand a chance. It will undermine any effort you make because your subconscious is more powerful than your conscious mind. No matter how hard you try, you will remain stuck. So, what is the solution? You need to change your self-image. And no, you don't need plastic surgery. You need to give your mind a shock that says, hey, water under the bridge, I'm a new person now. And there's nothing you can do about it. But there is a catch. The current you not only has a self-image, but also its own logic and common sense. So if you want to start being a new person, You have to go beyond that common sense. When you do this, you may feel like your actions don't make sense, which is totally normal. You must feel a bit crazy. Your actions may seem illogical. For instance, if you want to play an old Greek role for the rest of your life and be a wandering actor, but you are currently working as an accountant for Mutual Baltimore, there is no way that your new path will make sense to the current version of you. Think about it. There are so many things that you don't even know. If playing in theater seems wacky to your current self, then what will happen when you stand in front of a mirror to practice? First of all, you will experience an extreme amount of cringe. Then your mind will tell you, do you really think a 5-minute rehearsal will change anything in your life? Tomorrow you will still have a lot of paperwork to do with Mutual Baltimore. You're still an office monkey. So if you want to change, you need to make a commitment to madness. This feels crazy. And if you want to change, you need to make a commitment to being crazy. Otherwise, you won't make the change. Or if you change something, it won't be as significant as you want. You might play that Greek role, but tomorrow you will go back to your office job at Mutual Baltimore. Yes, you moved forward a little bit, but then everything will go back to normal. So to wrap things up, remember this. If you want to change, you might just have to feel a bit crazy. Seriously. Embracing that feeling is part of the journey. It's like stepping outside of your comfort zone and into a whole new world. When you start to challenge your self-image and push past those limits, it can feel wild and uncomfortable. But that's okay. It means you're on the right track. As I mentioned earlier, there are several techniques discussed in the book. But today we are going to focus on the most powerful one, visualization. Step 1. Find a quiet place. Look for a quiet place when you can focus. This is your time to relax. Step 2. Relax your body. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. Hold it for a second and exhale slowly. Let your muscles relax. Step 3. Pick a goal. Think of a specific goal you want to achieve. Step 4. Visualize the process. Picture yourself working toward that goal. See what you're doing and how you feel. Feeling the feelings and making it emotional is important. Imagine achieving it. Now see yourself having achieved that goal. Feel the happiness and pride that comes with it. Step 5. Practice daily. Do this visualization for 21 days. Make it a daily habit. Remember, you need to take action. If that 5-minute rehearsal feels uncomfortable, do it. If it doesn't, it means you need to step up and do something crazier.